Hey guys, welcome back to some more Guild of the Guardians. In today's video, we're going to be looking at crafting. Now, of course, unfortunately, I have to call myself a noob in a very respectful way. But when it comes to crafting, I just figured something out and I wanted to share it with you guys, show you kind of what we've been building. So looking at the crafting, which unfortunately is right here below the screen, you can see I have a multitude of these basic burrower chests. I have 4 of them right here. I have literally been sitting on these the entire game. And of course, when we started to get into the forge, we started getting tier 3 gear. So I finally got to the point of coming down here and unlocking and getting into tier 3 gear. And of course, we need sturdy bones to make these tier 3 gear. With the bags that we're getting, it has taken us an exorbitant amount of time to actually be able to build these and to get these because of course, tier 3 material with a tier 1 chest works incredibly slow. So again, thinking of the crafting, because we have this basic chest and look at the level 2, that is right. I did not even realize that you can drag these onto each other. You can see the energy is glowing there. So looking at our basic chest, I can combine this over here. Boom, the magic drops. There is a tier 2, which is now going to yield us tier 2 gear. And then of course, I believe I can't go on there. So look at this, tier 1 to tier 1, boom, tier 2 to tier 2, maybe. No, level 3 is locked. We might have to level this up. Now, of course, I got some of these chests were actually from I think a pack that we picked up. But there we go. So tier 2, tier 2. So we're going to have the ability to actually get some higher level in here to build up the tier 3 gear that we are getting. Because now we're going to be getting higher level resources, which again, didn't even realize until a little bit earlier today as an absolute noob that I didn't have the ability, or when I unlocked the tier 3 gear, I was wondering how everyone was getting the essence. Now, of course, within the inventory, we also started getting this chest. So as we've been making progression with our campaign, contains tier 2 advanced material. That is right. So we can use these chests to actually build them up a little bit further. We also have the tier 1 chest. And of course, right here, it contains a level 1 material factory. There is multiple material factories in here. I have 4 more in here. So again, it seems like once we get to the point of leveling up that tier 3, I don't know if it's just going to go 1 into 1. We're going to have to see exactly what that looks like on the build within here. But of course, looking at our heroes themselves. So we'll hop in the Guardians, want to do some crafting. And as you've seen, we built our very first Soldier's Dagger, which is our tier 3. This is the only piece of tier 3 that I currently have because of course the tier 3 is incredibly expensive. So my thought is right here, I want to build, and as you can see, we finally got Flix up to, that is right, we did the Radiance on her, but we have her up to 6, as you can see, 6 stars right here. We did the Enlightening on her, but I want to craft her some tier 3 gear because of course, with this hero being our primary healer, we need something like this. If you look at the combination of HP, everything that we have for Flix is literally based on HP, meaning right here, magical defense penetration. This doesn't make a big difference when it comes to the hero. Even looking at a majority of these, crit rating, crit resistance, pretty good on another hero, but on Flix specifically, every single skill that we have, Fade Touch, is based on the max HP that she possesses. Right here is max HP, right here is max HP. So we're going to try to craft some tier 3 gear. And of course, we're going to come in and we're going to try to craft out of this one. So this, of course, is the rare magic bag. This is going to give us some crafting gear out of here. We're going to click it. You can see our energy up here on the top right. Now, this is the biggest and the absolute fastest way to gain not only resources from the chest right down here, but this is also the absolute biggest and fastest way to gain levels as your commander. So when you're looking in here, it is incredibly fast to build your gear. Now, looking at the options, we have normal gear right here, and then we do have advanced gear. Never would I ever build normal gear. I would not use normal gear. I definitely wouldn't recommend getting into normal gear. The advanced gear is what we're looking to get. And of course, we want the tier 3 advanced gear as we're looking through here, and we're looking for the casters tier 3 advanced gear. Now, it looks like right here, we don't have enough of our thick branches, which means that we're going to have to pick up some of those. But as you can see, our bag is now completely full. We're going to go for some of the basic materials for some of the other ones. So even looking here, basic material on like a tier 1, normal tier 1 is using these leather straps. So I'm going to go in here and we're going to see right here, these are the leather straps that we have. I'm going to move out some of these. I'm going to get rid of some of these. And I want to grab some of my tier mats out of here. Now, of course, the big thing to do in here is when you're building out a specific hero. So just like we're doing for Flicks right now, you want to build out one single hero at a time in one single classification, looking at our intelligence right here, looking at the agility, looking at the strength. You want to build out one single one at a time in its entirety. Now, of course, we don't have to sell them. We could come in here and we could actually craft some of our tier 1 gear to use them, and going through forging a piece of gear, there we go. We can recycle this to get some materials. Don't know which one exactly is a little bit cheaper, but as you can see, the Soldier's Dagger, we used a majority of our resources. We saved up the Sturdy Bones because we want to make sure we have them. And now again, we have to get some of our tier 3 gear in here, which is going to be the Thick Branch. Now those, of course, are going to come this time from our bag. We have a chance to pull them out of our crafting bag right here. As you can see, our energy is pretty much full, but we do have a chance to pull them out of there. Or we can actually hit up our inventory, and I am going to use this one. We're going to get some of these branches. Now, of course, this level branch is the lower level branch that we don't see in the thick. This is the thin one, but you can combine a bunch of thin branches into some thick branches, which is exactly what we're going to do for our tier 3 gear out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the robe. Now, the reason for the robe is because with the tier 3 gear, hopefully we can get lucky. There we go. It is going to use rough strips 12, thin sticks 3, twigs 6 to craft. Boom, there we go. Now it's going to roll our roulette wheel. Let's see what we pick up here, guys. We're looking for a legendary. We know, of course, building out of here, the big thing between these two is, as you can see on the normal, the forge mode, which is back here right in the bottom, it has 2 stats or 3 stats. These are the only outcomes you can get. When you look at the advanced mode, it has 4 stats or 5 stats. These are the only ones that you can get, meaning that you're not going to get the basic crafting that you normally do out of some of the other ones. You want to make sure, again, you're only doing the advanced crafting and only the advanced crafting at all. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up a couple more sticks, and I think I'm going to use some of these older ones here, which again is going to be a little tiny twig. The twigs are going to be able to be used as well. So essentially it takes so many twigs to make the thin branch, so many thin branches to make a thick branch, so on and so forth. So also in here is, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to craft another robe. There we go. So we have another robe. Is it going to be legendary? It is not. It is elite again. I'm going to craft another robe. Boom. There we go. So we got 3, and we got 3 of our epic ones. So unfortunately, we did not see a legendary. However, you can see we used a lot of our crafting materials. We're going to continue focusing and continue building up when it comes to getting our intelligence heroes. Now we can fuse. So with our tier 3 gear, and as you can see, I've actually forged a couple of these. We can put 3 of them together. Now, if you use 3 of the identical item, it is going to give you a legendary identical item. So if I actually drop one of these out and I put this helmet in here, this is going to give me a random item. I cannot stress this enough, where if you're looking for a specific higher level tier 3, 4, 5, whatever it may be, using the identical items right here, we do have 3 tier 3 intelligence armor. The main chest piece armor, confirm, is going to guarantee us, boom, getting an apprentice robe. You can see out of here, Cinder Guardians. Unfortunately, she is not a Cinder Guardian. Magical defense, penetration, crit defense rating, not a very good roll in here, but the HP, remember, is what we're looking for. Now, one of the times, or you can kind of go in and look at your Guardian and compare what they're wearing. So this is very important. Looking here at a tier 1, a level, or essentially 15 stars right here, you are looking at 28,000. That is right, 28,000 HP, magical defense, magic penetration, and then again, it is a Cinder hero. And looking at the baseline of this one, this is kind of the comparison. You can see 15, so it's at 11. So this is going to be a lot stronger. And I just want to kind of do a comparison because we can hop on the gear. We can level this up a little bit just based on kind of what we have. And of course, unfortunately, we don't have any gold to level this up at all. But I can go in here and I can level this up a little and just kind of see where the HP is going to land. And I'm wondering if we can pick up some gold from our daily, but you can kind of pick up where the HP is going to land. I think this will be, oh, that's scrolls. But like I was saying, I wonder if we have any HP or any gold chests in here. Usually we do. I might have used them. This game, unfortunately, when it comes to gold, I have been gold poor forever. I don't know why or where I can get a lot more gold out of. here, but ultimately we can go in the inventory and we can take an older item if we have one. See, there's the 15 tier 1. Here's my tier 2. I'm going to salvage this one. This, of course, is going to give me right here 936K to go ahead and build this back. Now, of course, we want to hop in and see how effective this new chest is going to be for the Guardian. And looking here, we have the tier 3. So I'm going to level this up a little bit. Let's go with 5. There we go. So that took us to 27K. So again, kind of looking at the ability to swap this one out, seeing where we're at now. This one is at 5 stars at 27K. This one, of course, is at 28,000. So we're literally right there, but this is at 15K. So with this being a tier 1, this is one that I'm probably just going to salvage, and then we'll do the exact same thing. And again, I didn't know at a point you could salvage this gear. It was literally sitting here. So here is my tier 1. And of course, tier 2 is going to be better than tier 1, tier 3 better than tier 2, so on and so forth is what I've kind of seen from the stats in here. So again, hopping in here and looking at the gear on this hero. So we were at 27. That's already 3,000 plus. If we do this, let's say another 3 or 4 times. And of course that I think maxes out our gold in the entirety. So boom, now we're up to 36,000. That gives us 9,000 more HP. And of course the secondary stats did pick up a little bit higher. But ultimately it is the way that you have to build gear, guys. Again, the tier 1 going to tier 2, going to tier 3. And of course, adding a ton of HP on flicks is going to make a really big difference. And we also do want to get some more of these keeper souls. That way we can build it out a little bit further. But absolutely, when it comes to gear and when it comes to adding stats, and I wish, so level 3 is locked. I'm going to have to get to a point of where I can unlock level 3. And I'm assuming it's going to be a level 2 and a level 2 to get to a level 3. It might be a 2 and a 1. We're going to have to see, because again, we have a lot of additional things that we're actually working on. So there we go. So we used all of our EXP in here, which is what we want to do. We have some energy to burn. Then, of course, we have a couple summons, but we are making a lot of progression in here. Also with the guild, we're at level 2 already. We're starting to make a lot more progression, which again, we're doing our max advanced donations. We've already got 2,500 of our guild coins. Very, very cool game. I'm pretty impressed with it, but definitely wanted to cover the crafting aspect because for me personally, I didn't know I could level up that bag. I could have done it a long time ago, but definitely getting to the point where you have to level up the bag so you can have the ability to get the higher level items so you can make it a lot easier to craft the gear. Probably set my account back a couple days at least without having the gear in there, but I'm going to continue pushing in here, making some more progression. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.